Good evening, Tipsyers. Ranger Dave coming at you from almost 7,000 feet of elevation here outside of Colorado Springs, Colorado. We have a treat for you tonight, another freeze-dried meal taste test. Tonight, mac and cheese, a kid favorite, and it's going to be a kid-friendly show. You can see mini Tipsy over here already eating hers. She couldn't wait. But sit back, pop open that cold one. Let's get to work. So as always, if you like hiking, camping, adult beverages, hey, even non-adult beverages, a little Coke action over here, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, check out the description underneath. As always, we're going to include a lot of pertinent information over Mini Tipsy's comments tonight. So check out those links below. They're going to prove really helpful. So thank you for joining us for another edition of Freeze-Dried Meal Taste Test. That's not the official name, but hey, that's what we're going to call it tonight. Mini Tipsy's over here eating. I'm sure she'll have many comments for us that we won't understand. But, you know, if you've been hiking or camping any amount of time, we've all been in this situation. Long day, you're sweaty, you're tired, you're really hungry, and you rip open a bag of something that you wouldn't feed your dog. In fact, they'd prefer to lick their rear end than eat what you have. We're trying to prevent that. We're trying to hit all of the main freeze-dried meal types and to see what you should be buying and what tastes the best. So with me tonight are some of my kids. We have Moon Pie, my son, and Mountain Goat, my daughter. Don't let her meek appearance fool you. She can run up a mountain, trust me. And so tonight we're going to hit a kid favorite. We're going to hit mac and cheese. And that's one of the default meals that I bring along on campouts when the kids are around. But there's been times we've had good experiences, and there's been times it's been really rough. So with us tonight are 4 different freeze-dried meals. So the first is going to be Mountain House Adventure Meals. And again, Mountain House, we've said this on other videos, and check those out. You know, they're readily available at many different department stores, sporting goods stores, kind of the old standby. We also have Packpacker's Pantry. So Packpacker's Pantry is native to Colorado. It's out of Boulder, Colorado. And they're fairly well known. You can easily find them in REI. You can see them online. They're not as well known as Mountain House, but we're going to give them a shot tonight. We also have Alpine Faire. F-A-I-R-E. So they're trying to be real fancy. Pinkies up. Out of California. And then last but not least, made famous by our last video, is ReadyWise. And they're out of Utah, known for kind of corny jokes and sayings on the back. So it's kind of fun at a campsite, especially with kids. But we'll see how they stack up this evening. So our plan is to go by the book in making these freeze-dried meals. We're going to go exactly with the directions. And then we're going to taste each one and tell you what we think using the TNT method. So taste, nutrition, and texture. And then overall, just a matter of what do the kids prefer, because you're going to want some happy kids when you're at 10,000 feet and they're worn out. So anyway, we're going to put in some water and then we're going to get to work. So first up is Mountain House Creamy Macaroni and Cheese. You're going to see baby Tipsy running around, so ignore that. Let's go ahead and pop it open and let's see what we have here. So first impression actually looks really good. It looks really cheesy and creamy. If I was served this at a restaurant, hi baby Tipsy, I would be really happy with this. This looks good. What do y'all think?
That does look good.
She's the cheese queen, by the way. The mac and cheese is her thing. So, cheese queen, what do we got here? How's it look?
She knows. Very good. It looks very cheesy and the noodles are everywhere.
All right.
That's good. I like noodles. It looks good.
It looks good. Well, let's dive in. So here we go.
I think she wants some.
Well, she can have a bite. So here we go. Here's the living, long loose, and full of juice. Here we go.
This is good.
Yep.
This is really good.
This is pretty good. Here you go. Look at that. Even baby Tipsy's in on this. It's good. So we went by the book, even on cook time. I think the noodles could have been cooked a little longer. But the taste, the cheesy taste. Yeah. The cheesy taste is pretty good. What do you think, Cheese Queen? Mountain Goat Cheese Queen?
I think it's really good. I do agree with you. The noodles are kind of crunchy, but I really like the taste and consistency of the cheese.
Very good. What do you think, baby Tipsy?
That was stuck.
You heard it here first. What do you think?
I think it tastes good.
I think it's pretty good.
Can I have some more?
Yeah, we can have some more. So the interesting thing about the Mountain House meal is that calories per ounce, it's actually the most out of all four of these offerings. It's at 138 calories per ounce. It's got some decent nutritional facts on it as far as it has electrolytes, some vitamin D. Overall, this is a really solid meal. I would definitely want to rip this open if I was on the trail. I'd probably let it cook a little longer. But the amount of water solid, so the amount of water is 1 1/3 cup. I think this is a solid meal. So, scale of 1 to 5. Nutrition, I give it a 3. Right down the middle. It's not super calorie dense, not too light. It's got some electrolytes. It's everything I would expect from a freeze-dried meal. All right, so taste, scale of 1 to 5. What do we think, Mountain Goat?
I think it's like 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
5.
This
That
don't
might have
marry.
been the best mac and cheese I've ever tasted.
This don't marry the first girl you date, man. All right, but 5 it is. I would give it a 3.5. I'd say maybe bordering 4. This is actually pretty good. How about texture?
I would say I would just say a 3 because I like the texture of the cheese, but I just don't think the noodles are cooked well enough.
Okay.
So.
That's fair, 3.
So I'm really picky about if it's like gritty or not. And I expect these to be gritty. That one was not gritty as much. The noodles could be cooked a little longer, but overall I give it like a 4.
Okay, 4. Texture, I'd give it a 3. I think Mountain Goat over here brings up a good point, but I think it could be solved with water. But I think it's average. Not great, not terrible. So overall, Mountain House, solid choice across the board. Let's see how our next one fares. So up next we have Packpacker's Pantry, the hometown favorite out of Boulder, Colorado. I know, out of Boulder, Colorado. She's gonna interrupt me every time. Yeah. So next we have Backpackers.
She's saying you got some like cheese on your lip.
Good. Saving it for later. So next we have Backpackers Pantry out of Boulder, Colorado, the hometown favorite. Let's see how their mac and cheese stacks up.
Oh, okay.
So the first thing that stands out to me is this looks like kind of like a Kraft mac and cheese type noodle, kind of a knockoff of Kraft mac and cheese. There's like big pieces of like shredded cheddar cheese chunks in here.
She's coming back.
It almost has like a little bit of a chicken noodle soup smell to it. That's interesting, but hey, you know what? Who cares what it looks like if it's good? The other thing I would say is it kind of looks dry. This required 2 cups of water. The rest of these, 2 cups of water, a lot more than the Mountain House. So that's a consideration when you're on the trail. This looks a little dry, but let's get after it. All right, Mountain Goat, you ready?
I'm ready.
Boom.
This looks like ramen.
It does.
It does look like ramen. There you go.
I'm ready to try my ramen noodles.
All right, here we go. So,
It smells like
Ramen. It's ramen.
it smells like ramen.
all right, well, here's a living long, loose, and full of juice. Let's go.
I like the noodle texture.
I do too.
I like it. It tastes like it has pepper in it. I like the pepper. It gives it a kick.
It's got some spices in it.
I
You know,
can't.
this isn't bad. I was a little scared at first. Visually, it's not as pleasing as say looking at me, but it's not bad. It could use more cheese flavor.
It could.
Definitely getting more cheese flavor.
You know, and it's kind of a lightweight at calories per ounce, 118 calories per ounce. It has some electrolytes in it, which is solid. Uses a lot of water though. I think it's okay. So let's start off with the taste. So your initial taste review, Mountain Goat, scale of 1 to 5.
I would actually say this is a 2.5 because it needed more cheese. But the reason why it's a 0.5 is because I like how there was pepper in it and how it gave it a little kick.
Okay, so 2.5. Moon Pie,
So the taste, right? Taste.
Yes, taste.
Oh, okay. I thought we were
The
doing.
first T in TNT. Unless you'd like to use toot.
Actually, I prefer that.
All right.
All right. So for my 2 grading, we got taste, and I'm gonna say that's a 3. It needed more cheese, but the noodle tasted good. You can taste the noodle.
Yeah, I'd give it a 3. If you can get over the fact that it's not going to be the cheesiest option, at least compared to Mountain House, I think it's fine. The noodle texture was good. I think it's fine. It's fine. So nutrition, I would give this honestly a 2. Calories per ounce, it's not great. It's a little light in electrolytes. It has some. It doesn't have any vitamin D in it. So I don't think it's a terrible choice, especially for kids. But if I'm on the trail, I'd give it a 2 for nutrition. Texture.
I would give the texture a 3 because I thought like the noodles were like how I wanted them. Like they're kind of crunchy but mostly soft, and the cheese was really creamy, and so I really liked it.
Okay, a 3.
So there wasn't enough cheese for me to rate the cheese, so that automatically brings my score down. But the noodles were really good. They had a really good texture. So I'm gonna have to give it like 3.
Okay, a 3. I'd say texture, yeah, I think a 3. Maybe even a 3.5. Texture is pretty decent. So overall, I think this is a fine option. Let's see how some of these other ones play out. We have 2 more to go. So next with us is Alpine Faire Forever Young Mac and Cheese. This is out of California. Let's see how this one turns out now. So looking at it, it looks like macaroni noodles, but I think what separates this one from the other ones, there are chunks of peas, carrots, and corn in mac and cheese. That makes it a real wild card in my mind. I'm going to be really interested to see what the kids say. Let's see how it turns out.
I'm really very questionable. This actually looks really good.
Well, there you go.
It looks like pasta I would eat.
Peas are not my first choice.
Yeah, peas are my least favorite food, but I mean, they're cheesy peas. I mean, cheese wings, so.
All right. Well.
It smells like edamame.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It smells like veggie chips.
Yeah, veggie chips. There you go.
Long, loose, and full of juice. Let's go. So first thing, the noodle texture is really good. Second thing, where's the cheese?
That's bad.
What on earth? I don't mind the corn and the peas and the carrots. Where's the cheese?
That's just noodles.
There's no cheese.
It's noodles and vegetables. That's it.
I stirred it up. I just want everyone to know I stirred it up. Yeah, it's not bad. Put a little slap your mama in it from another video, so check out our other videos. That's my secret seasoning. It'd be fine. I would eat it on the trail, but there's no cheese. There's no cheese, Alpine Faire.
It's Mac. Just Mac.
Just Mac. Just Mac. The other thing about it, so it's 118 calories per ounce. So again, another lightweight when you're on the trail. I'm disappointed.
Same.
You know,
Same.
it ain't easy being cheesy, but there's no cheese here.
I'm very
Okay.
disappointed.
I can already do this review. So Mountain Goat, taste, 1 to 5. What do you think?
1.5 because there's no cheese. No cheese. I do not eat bare noodles. If it's mac and cheese, you need cheese.
Those noodles were naked.
Ugh.
They were naked.
They
Naked noodles. That's what they should have this flavor as. Naked noodles.
Yes, that would be a great one. And then they have little, like, I don't like peas. And sure, the peas have, like, the tiniest little coating of cheese on them. That's the only cheese I got.
Had a sneeze of cheese. All right.
Achoo.
I give it a 1. There was no cheese, and the corn made it sweet, and that just was, ugh, it was nasty.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got to give. I'll give this a 1.5. I'm gonna save 1 for something just truly wretched. But there's no cheese. The pea taste was actually really strong. The corn taste, to your point, was strong. Taste-wise, I would not like to rip this open when I'm 15 miles into a hike. That just wouldn't be great. All right, so nutrition, I'm going to give this a 2 as well. It's a lightweight. It doesn't have a lot of calories per ounce. It does have the kind of the saving grace is it has some fiber, which you need on the trail. And it also has some electrolytes in it, so it's not just absolutely terrible, but I'd give it a 2 nutrition. I give it a 2 on nutrition. It's just not calorie dense. So texture,
I would actually give the texture a 3, because even though it wasn't the best taste, I thought that the noodles were really nice, and like, unlike the other one that we just had, or one of the other ones we just had, the Mountain House one, they weren't really hard. They were actually really soft, and all the vegetables were also soft, and so I really liked that because it made it really soft.
okay,
Like soft.
fair enough. That's 3.
So, as I said in the last one, the cheese not being there, not being like there for me to taste and feel, automatically brings my score down. I do like the noodle shape though. I like the shape of the noodles, and they're cooked thoroughly, and so I give it a 2.
Yeah, on texture, I'd probably give it a 3. I think it's fine. In fact, the noodles I'd give probably a 4 on texture. But these little peas and carrots and I don't know boogers, whatever the hell they put in this, they didn't cook well. I'd give it 3, maybe 3.5 on texture. Overall, I can't recommend it. It's not atrocious, but it's just not great. So anyway, let's move on to our final offering, which is ReadyWise. Let's see what they come up with. So finally, we have ReadyWise Golden Fields mac and cheese. Golden Fields, okay. We're about to pop this open, but Moon Pie over here noticed that along with the hopefully cheesy main entree, there's some cheesy jokes on the back. So that could be kind of fun at camp with some kids. Moon Pie, tell us a little bit about the jokes and the riddles or whatever the hell's on that.
Okay, so one of the jokes is, why did the banana go to the hospital?
Why?
Because he wasn't peeling well.
I hope the food's better than that.
Why
Wow.
don't skeletons ever go hiking?
Why?
Because they have no body to go with.
All right, so before I punch myself in the face and get concussed trying to get these riddles out of my head, let's rip open this bag and see what we have. You know, I'd say the first thing that stands out is this looks pretty decent. It's kind of a Kraft mac and cheese type noodle, but the sauce looks pretty creamy. This doesn't look bad. We've had other ReadyWise meals that were not this appealing visually. What do you think?
This looks like really good.
It looks like real mac and cheese.
I could eat this every day.
Well, you haven't tasted it yet.
I think I could eat this.
You think? Okay, well that's
Maybe
fine.
you could eat anything with cheese every day.
Here we go.
Maybe.
Here we go. So here's to living long, loose, and full of juice. Let's get after it.
Yeah. It was interesting. The noodles kind of taste like cardboard. To
They
me.
do.
It does taste like cardboard.
The noodles do.
It does taste like cardboard.
Even the cheese tastes like cardboard.
And it has that filler taste to it. It's almost as if like mac and cheese and asbestos had a child and made this meal. Yeah, this doesn't taste good.
Yep.
This has been kind of a thing with ReadyWise. ReadyWise, I'm not hating on you, but you have some sort of filler that is killer, and not in a good way. It's bad. Yeah, it does taste like cardboard. That's exactly it. Mountain Goat. Oh,
Yeah, and this is not.
if I was on the trail and had to rip this open and eat it,
I would throw it.
I'd be pissed. I would not be happy. I would not be a happy camper. That's where that saying came from. They were eating ReadyWise. Okay, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do the taste test. So, on taste, Mountain Goat, scale of 1 to 5. You're the cheese queen. What do we got?
I would say a 1. It was really cardboardy, and I did not taste cheese.
What did you taste?
Cardboard.
Cardboard. So, mac and cardboard. Cardboard and cheese, whatever you want to do with
Cardboard to cardboard.
that. Moon pie.
Giving it a 1. Everything tastes like cardboard.
Yeah, it does. It tastes like cardboard. It's not good.
This is worse than the other one that we
I'd
just
rather
tasted.
I'd rather eat
I'd rather
the one
eat
that
that
we
one.
just tasted that has like no cheese than this one.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. All right, so nutrition, I'm going to give this a 2. I'm going to give it a 2, maybe 1.5, and here's the reason why. This is the lightest calories per ounce out of all of them. That's something that's important to through hikers, long distance hikers, but I want to mention it. At 113 calories an ounce, there's a lot of other options that are much more calorie dense, not to mention taste better. It does have electrolytes. So I give it a 1.5 though, because you're just getting too light. You're getting too light calories per ounce. Texture?
1.5. Because although the cheese is very, very creamy, I had hard cardboard noodles. Disgusting.
Okay, 1.5. Moon pie?
So my noodles were pretty thoroughly cooked. So I give it a 3.
Okay.
The cheese was pretty creamy, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, I have to say the texture wasn't terrible. I'd say 2.5 to 3. Yeah, it was creamy. But the noodles they could have been cooked a little more. And again, the cardboard flavor. You don't have to eat it, sweetie. Oh, okay, you're not eating it. Thank goodness. Gosh, don't want to have to take her to the hospital. Yeah, I mean, texture's fine, but the taste cannot be overcome. Overall, I cannot recommend this.
It was worse than the jokes.
It was worse than the jokes. That's how bad this
I'd
was.
rather listen to the jokes all day than this.
There you go. So just not an option we can recommend. So thank you for joining us. It was eye-opening this evening. Had 4 options. Some were good. Some were absolutely horrific. A war crime on the taste buds. So kids, overall, if we're on a hike, we're on a trail, which one would you want Dad, dear old Dad, to rip open for you?
Mountain House.
I would do Mountain House.
Mountain House. I think Mountain House is the clear winner here. Calorie dense. Even mini Tipsy.
Just the name of it.
She liked it.
Even baby Tipsy liked it. It tasted the best stats on calories. It's just a clear winner. I'd say second place, like Packpacker's Pantry, wasn't terrible. I think what might help, if you have one of these or get one of these, because the noodles were pretty good, is if you could get some powdered cheese. That they sell those at supermarkets. You can order it online, put it in a little Ziploc bag to make it a little cheesier. I think that'd go a long way. Kids, which out of these 4 was the absolute worst?
Definitely
This one.
the
last one.
The Ready Wise. Cardboard.
Not good. Don't do the Ready Wise. So overall, Mountain House is the easiest to find. It's the way to go. I hope you enjoyed this evening. I hope you found this really helpful, and I hope you're living life long, loose, and full of juice. Till next time.